So I'm gonna play a lot of clips, so just be prepared for that. But to start from the beginning, right? So Rory and Maul, as you know, they have a podcast. They've been doing their own podcast for a while. And then they have a producer named Damaris who has a mic, and she is basically a third mic for their podcast. So lately, pretty much all since last year, a lot of people have been getting on, mainly Maul, but they've been getting on the entire crew overall for their opinions about this whole Drake and Kendrick beef. So obviously Maul, he's number one or number two, depending on what day it is. Drake D-eater. So we already know how he gets down. He's been criticized left and right over his opinions about Drake and his subsequent hate for Kendrick. No matter how much that he says that he may like Kendrick or like his music, the things that comes out of his mouth and his opinions, especially over the last year, haven't been nothing but negative regarding Kendrick, and anything about Drake has really been no criticisms about him, and it's been all positive. So anyways, on one of their last pods, because another pod came out today, we'll talk about that too, but on one of their pods, earlier pods, either this week or leading into last week, they were discussing the Grammys, right? They were discussing the Grammys, and they were talking about the nominees for certain categories. So one of them was obviously the best rap album of the year. It's all about the songs as well. And what up, Gamerverse? So again, we're going to play the clip, but Damaris had this to say when they were talking about Grammys and the potential of Kendrick Lamar sweeping the Grammy nominations that he is nominated for, and winning potentially over the Clips.
When GNX the official nominees for Best Rap Album at the 2026 Grammys are Let God Sort 'Em Out by The Clips, Glorious by Glorilla, God Does Like Ugly by JID, GNX by Kendrick Lamar, Chromacopia by Tyler, the Creator. GNX is going to sweep, and it's going to piss me off because The Clips deserves to win, and that's not Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick just opened his mouth. Someone go hand him a Grammy right now.
Jamal.
Where's your
Jamal?
I'm just saying the boy is prophetic. That's all I'm saying.
He's a Grammy darling. That goes without saying. Do we think Alfredo 2 should have been in here?
Absolutely.
So let me stop it here. So me personally, I didn't take what Damaris said serious, right? I didn't take what she said serious. I didn't think that she would actually be pissed if Kendrick swept the Grammys and won some of the categories that both him and the Clips were in. Like, we literally discussed the Grammys, right? We discussed the Grammys in one of my earlier streams this week. And again, I didn't say that I would be pissed if Kendrick won, but I thought personally that in a lot of those categories that both of them were in, I would rather the Clips win, because I still feel like the Clips album, Let God Sort 'Em Out, was my favorite hip-hop album of the year. And I feel like, again, because GNS came out late last year, we kind of already had that moment. Obviously, he wasn't eligible to win a Grammy for GNX or any of the songs, but he did pretty much sweep the AMAs, and he won a crap ton of awards all 2025 for his contributions, right? So again, I ain't say, hey, I'll be pissed, because why would I be pissed? I definitely would not be pissed if Kendrick won, because again, GNX is a good album, but again, I still hold that in regard of when it came out, regardless of whether it's eligible or not, because of the date that it came out. GNX was 2014, and going into like super early 2020, I said 2020. GNX was early 2024. And I mean, late 2024. So that was 2024. So I don't really consider that in the 2025 realm, because again, it came out technically in 2024, even though it bled over into 2025. I don't really listen to GNX anymore. If it comes on, obviously I listen to it, but it's not in my rotation, because that was last year for me. So I would rather, again, if we're talking about strictly 2025, then I would rather the Clips win it. So that was my opinion, but I wouldn't say, hey, I'm pissed about it. The second thing here is Rory said that Kendrick is a Grammy darling. So typically when you say someone is a Grammy darling, you're saying that, oh, they're going to win all of the awards, right? Like they're just those type of artists that will get those types of votes and will win a lot of these categories. They said that about Billie Eilish, they said about Beyonce. So there are just certain artists that they put in that category, right? But there was a lot of pushback about saying that Kendrick was a Grammy darling because in general, Grammy darling isn't a bad thing, right? It's just simply saying, hey, like you win a lot of awards, you get that appeal, you're a very safe type of person who wins a lot of awards. But people were trying to take it when Roy said it as if it was a bad thing. And they again, I feel like they all share the sentiment. I mean, obviously, clearly, Maul doesn't want anybody. He doesn't want Kendrick to win. But Roy was saying it like, "Hey, man, like, it's most likely gonna happen because Kendrick get the Grammy, darling." And I'm like, is that a bad thing though? Right? Is that a bad thing for Kendrick potentially sweeping? I don't think that it is. Again, if I had my choice, I would pick Clips over Kendrick simply because of what I just mentioned before, the timing of when the albums came out. But would I be upset if Kendrick won? Again, the answer is no.
Okay, but what do we take out?
GNX.
You
Oh,
can't take out
please,
one of the
Maul.
highest selling
All right,
albums
so
in
fuck it. Let me
Grammy
be
cycle.
misogynistic. Glorilla.
Okay,
Like my man's Maul, just no hesitation, bro. No hesitation. No hesitation. This man said Gen X. Again, the allegations, bro. Like, there's no way that you can convince me that you don't that you like Kendrick. There's no way. There's no way you don't, bro. Like, there's no way that you would just say that. Like Gen X, just so quickly. But even I said, I don't know why he had to add the let me be misogynistic because that had nothing to do with it. But I said in the category of best rap album of the year. I even said that Glorilla can get out of there because I didn't even feel like that was even worthy of being nominated. I didn't hear anyone really put Glorilla's album in high regard to that fashion. And to Rory's point, as I paused it, I think that other albums could have been in there when we're talking about rap, like Freddie Gibbs and Alfredo too. I I definitely do. So Glorilla being in there, I felt like again we just got to get a woman in here. So again, I feel like it's the same thing what they did with Cardi in 2017. But again, that's neither here nor there. But if we had to take somebody out to put somebody else in, I would also choose Glorilla. But that's not a sexist or misogynist thing. I don't know why you're trying to paint it as such.
I would agree with you. The only reason
I was trying to keep a female representation there.
Yeah.
I was trying.
the only reason why I think they got it right,
All right.
because I'm not looking at whatever my taste is. If you're trying to put together a proper category that does reflect the entire genre, I could see why you would put Glorilla in there. The album is good.
It's a
But
good album.
I
It's a good
personally
album.
would put Alfredo 2 there before it, but I get why they would do this. Like,
Yeah.
sometimes they keep it fair, sometimes they don't. I could never really, figure that out with the Grammys. But I mean, congrats to everyone in this category. I think they'll give it to Clips, let God sort them out, but won't give it to them in the album of the year category. I don't think they'll snub the Clips twice. I don't think the Grammys has the balls to do that.
They've did it to Beyonce like 15 times. You don't think they got the balls to do it to the Clips?
Yeah, but Beyonce never sold coke.
You
all
don't
of-
know that.
all of
You
Virginia
don't know
never
that.
So anyways, so that was that clip, right? So literally after this clip went out, it went viral, right? So people started getting pissed, bro. And when I say pissed, I mean pissed. It was mainly the Kendrick community. And again, I understand why they would. So literally they got upset and multiple people started saying, mainly Damaris, because Damaris was like the main target here, because literally in the beginning of the clip, she said that she would be pissed if Kendrick Lamar sweeps the Grammys over the Clips, right? So people started getting on her head and they was like, hold on now. Why are you hating on Kendrick? Why are you saying these things? Why do you literally say you're going to be upset if Kendrick Lamar wins? Like, why are you hating on Kendrick Lamar so much? So she came back. She responded to some people on Twitter and she was like, well, I never said that. I actually like Kendrick, blah, blah, blah. And people were like, hold on now. We got the receipts. They said, we got the receipts, baby, on you and what you said earlier. So let me play this clip.
Change our minds. We're not fucking Kendrick Lamar fans. I've said on every platform possible. I hate the way Kendrick Lamar raps. I hate the sound of his fucking voice.
Same. I hate his voice.
I hate his voice, and I will not listen to him again simply because I hate the sound of his voice. It does not take away from the talent.
I ain't gonna lie. That clip is crazy. That clip is crazy. So, I mean, hearing that, why wouldn't you come back and be like, hey, if you feel this way, if you said this with your whole chest, you say you don't like Kendrick Lamar, you effing hate him, is what you say. You say you effing hate him because you don't like his voice. And Julian, when he was on the pod before he got let go, he said, yeah, same, I hate his voice. I'm like, are we basing this off of like a couple of his popular songs, like the alien voice? That's what people always used to talk about when it comes to Kendrick, right? The alien voice. And they say, well, I don't like him because of that. And then I mean, I never had a problem with it at all because one, I heard songs from him when he was just rapping in his regular voice. So I knew that this wasn't how he always raps. I don't know if people who again didn't hear any other songs from Kendrick before, like pull up, drink, sit down, Drake, or what he did on Take Care with Drake. I'm sure that for most people, those were the first two songs that you heard, Swimming Pools, and those were the first two songs that you heard. I'm not all the way upset at you having that opinion, and I'm thinking that most likely that is the reason why people initially had that opinion. But again, I would implore you that anybody who had that opinion, even back then, like, why did you not try to listen to anything else from Kendrick before coming up with that opinion about him, like, so strongly? Because again, you heard two people on this pod say that, and I've heard other people say that. Oh, Kendrick's the alien, the alien. I'm like, why would y'all think that he raps like that? That he raps overall, like all of his songs, that he raps in that voice? I don't know. For me, even if I was on the side of, hey, those were the first two songs that I heard, I still think in my logical mind, in my cognitive mind, that he doesn't rap like that all the time, right? It's just a different way to voice whatever that you're doing on the track. So I don't know. I just always found that opinion on Kendrick weird, very weird. So they hit her with like the major receipt, like it was literally nothing you could do to come back from this, literally nothing you do. But she tried her best to defend herself. Right? And she was like, hey, I don't remember this. She was like, I don't remember this. So people continue, bro. Oh my God, Dust. All right, bro. I'm about to block you, bro. Like, whatever, bro. You block me, I block you. Go ahead, dude. Go ahead, because you making up stuff in your head and I ain't got time for it. Again, you dragged this on long enough, so goodbye, bro. Goodbye. I'm going to block you, and this is going to be it. So have a nice life, Dust. I tried, bro, but you just keep going, dog. You literally just keep going. So goodbye, man. Goodbye. Anyway, so back to this. So they didn't let up, bro. None of the people that were upset with Damaris let up. So she tried her best to slip out of it, and it just didn't work. Nothing that she said worked. People were like, hey, you said this. Literally, bro, we don't care because we caught you in 4K saying that you don't like Kendrick. So obviously according to them, there is a bias or an agenda, not only with you, but with other people with the pod to run this anti-Kendrick campaign, this anti-Kendrick propaganda on your platform, right? He said, what does do? It's a lot, Jericho. I don't even want to get into it, but it's a lot, bro. So this, I shit you not, I don't know how this got to where it is now, but literally it went from the Kendrick fans, or mainly the Kendrick fans, being mad at Damaris, to people deciding to look up old tweets of Rory. I don't know where the shift happened because yes, Rory did say that Kendrick is a Grammy darling, but I didn't think that was really offensive or as offensive as what Damaris said, right? Because Rory didn't share those sentiments and Maul didn't directly say that, right? So this is how we got to this point. Somebody somewhere decided to look up old tweets from Rory because anytime someone is ready to cancel somebody, especially if you're on this platform of Twitter or X, people always go to the old tweets to try to get you in a gotcha moment. So this was a gotcha moment here on video calling it 4K, but they were trying to get some more gotcha. Like, all right, we got the mayor, so let's get Rory too. So then bro, they started looking up old tweets from Rory. They started looking up old tweets from Rory. So it was a lot of tweets. It was a lot of tweets from back in the day. So again, I've said it time and time again, but if you were on Twitter from the years like 09 to 2014, Twitter was a very different space, bro. It was a very different space. It was just growing and people were just saying whatever. They were saying the wildest things. It literally was a wild, wild west. People were saying the wildest things in order to get attention, to get followers. So you think that people are rage baiting today. People still rage bait, but they rage bait and make a little bit of money because they get their engagement. But it wasn't any money running around and people just doing it for the love of the game. Well, people were saying some crazy stuff, bro. Just letting any type of slur fly. People were saying the craziest stuff back then. And so people started looking up Rory, and then this shifted from people being mad at Damaris for being anti Kendrick to now people being mad at Rory because he was being anti-black with his tweets. So one of the tweets that people found was him speaking about Blue Ivy, which is Beyonce and Jay-Z's kid, their daughter, their oldest daughter. And he said there wasn't a comb or any of these video sets for Blue's hair. So mainly black women were like, oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Like, nah, you tripping, brother. So people started seeing some of these tweets for the first time and started blasting Rory, bro. Like, I never seen an onslaught like so quickly happen, but people started getting on his head top, bro. Something ridiculous. One of the other tweets, which it's now we're literally gonna get to the point because Rory deactivated his Twitter today. Rory deactivated his Twitter today, so some of these tweets now you just can't even see. But obviously people had the screenshots. So another one of the tweets that people saw was him quoting a Kendrick lyric on the Dom Kennedy song, and he said, "Yo bitch fixing her makeup in my rims, nigga," but he put "Yo bitch fixing her makeup in my rims" in word. So it's already like very cringy. It's already very cringy if someone who was not white like types in word. Because he didn't even type it out, bro. He literally put N-word, bro. What up, Super? He literally put N-word. Yo, bitch, fixing the makeup in my rims, N-word. So people were like, oh, do you say the word, Rory? Like, again, that's always a thing. Do you say the word? So he had a lot of tweets, man. A lot of tweets talking about black women. Another one was him saying that all black women are ugly. He said that it was a fake RT, that he was playing with somebody else. It was another RT that they were talking about. If you saw someone in a club and their name was Beyonce, you knew that they had nappy hair. Like, it was a lot of things that were mainly targeting black women. So black women were especially upset. There were a lot of black men that came in there to defend black women, but black women got super upset at Rory. I'm gonna play some of these clips because what happened after that was a Twitter space was made by Rocky Thunder. She's an influencer. She's been on reality TV before, so now she mainly does Twitter spaces. So she got on the Twitter space mainly to talk about Damaris at first. It was mainly to talk about Damaris at first. She made this space made to actually agree with Damaris that initially she didn't like Kendrick's voice either and did not want to listen to Kendrick. But later on, she said like in 2020, which is pretty funny. I find it pretty late. But she said in 2020 she was randomly in the gym and a Kendrick Lamar playlist came on. Kendrick Lamar song came on. That was around the time they missed him around and a Big Sabbath came on. So she said she listened to it and she finally understood. Like, oh, I understand now about Kendrick and his genius. So she said after that she became like a huge Kendrick fan, and now she regards Kendrick as like the best rapper out right now. So she was saying her story. All of a sudden, Rory comes in this space, right? Rory comes in this space and he starts joking and trolling about the situation. Now, mind you, this is hours after. This is still super fresh in everyone's mind. This is hours. This Twitter space wasn't made a day after. This was hours after people started pulling up his tweets. Literal hours. He hopped into space. He trying to chill out, but he over making jokes. He like, damn, I'm canceled, bro. He said, I don't even like black women. So he was literally trying to joke his way through the whole situation. It quickly went left because there were some people that came in space. This was a 4-hour Twitter space. I actually listened to it. I didn't just watch the clips. I listened to it almost from beginning to end. Because once Rory left, then it kind of died down. But that man Rory was in that space for like damn near like 3.5 hours. Like Damaris came in there, Maul came in there too. They all came in there. Even Julian came in there after. And man, Rory was just getting flambasted, bro. And he was just trying to joke his way through it. People were like, no, nigga, this shit is serious. Like, well, I don't know what you laughing for. And he'd be like, yeah, I understand. I understand. But it just got bad, bro. There was even one person, which I don't know if anybody got any clips where his name was Africa Black, bro. He literally threatened Rory. He was barking on him. But we had some other people that were barking on him. So I'm gonna play some of these clips, man, because it's a lot of them. But for anybody that didn't pay attention to these spaces or listen to these spaces, man, here's just a gist of, a little preview of what happened.
Rory is like a raging racist, right? Fine, he's a raging racist. Yeah, Rory, stop being sarcastic because that's what they don't like about you is that you're being
trolling is not gonna work.
You that's what they don't like about you, right? So just stop doing that because it's just not working in your favor. But the whole entire purpose of this is there's nothing, Rory. There's nothing that you can do. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if you're just in spaces just.
And this is Damaris talking, by the way. She's trying to save him. She's trying her best to save him. And again, as you can hear, he's just being sarcastic. He's just trying to troll his way through it. They're telling him this is not going to work. Like, why are you doing this? Well, man needs some PR help because, again, this was not the time to joke because there were people that were legit upset about these tweets. Like, again, I understand there's, cancel culture. I think the overall cancel culture is not real, but if you come into these spaces like this where like people who you don't even know who are legit upset get to speak to you or speak about the situation, and either they're talking directly to you or you can hear as the alleged person getting canceled, I don't think that this is a time to joke. I think this is a point to the time to literally listen and learn from the situation. But Rory, he always does this, and he thought that he could do it again, and it didn't work.
It's like because you want to talk, but there's nothing that you can say to change these people's mind because they don't know you. And on top of that, it's not like Rory's tweets just got resurfaced and now there's a whole group of people that want to find out what Rory cares about. They don't like you because they think you don't like Kendrick, so they're not going to like you no matter what you say. So it doesn't, like, there's no cleaning up here. So that's why I'm like, are you in here just to kick it? Because if so, like, you can just go like do something better because they're not here to, like, you know what I'm saying, really hear you out. They don't give a fuck. They painted a narrative about you. You back that narrative up with some stupid fucking tweets. They weren't around for the time. You can't explain it. There's nothing you can do. Like, you're not going to apologize because you know you didn't say anything worth, like, really apologizing for, and you're not going to give an ingenuine apology because you're not sorry because you didn't mean any harm when you fucking tweeted it. So I don't know at this point. I don't know what anybody is, like, in here, like, for, like, other than to bash you. Are you seeing what I'm saying? But if you want to sit here and get bashed, like, you can do that.
But Damaris, the attitude you just admitted yourself. The attitude behind it is sarcastic. It's not like he's coming off as, oh, I want to have a genuine conversation. He's making a joke out of it. He's not really trying to have a genuine conversation.
Let's have a genuine conversation.
I don't think he would be making a joke out of it because I don't think it's something that's
Okay,
funny.
let's have a genuine conversation.
Y'all, his best friends are black, bro.
That's
Come on.
not even.
And
Yeah,
he voted for Obama.
But see, and but do
he
you see?
wouldn't
The
But
vote
do
fuck?
you
Obama.
see?
He
But
has
do you
black
see?
black
Just those
friends.
What the
answers,
fuck?
y'all don't want to have a genuine
Yeah,
conversation.
you don't
That
want
you
to
know what I'm
have one.
saying? Like, so that's why there's no
That's why I'm being
point. There's
sarcastic
no
and joking.
point.
Wait,
No
hold
one
up,
has
hold
ever
up, hold up.
realized
That's
Damaris,
that.
not fair
if
to
he
everybody.
says
That's not fair to.
something,
Hold on one second, one second, one second. Once again, this room did not start as a Rory breaks down the tweets. This room literally started about the Grammys and this Grammy darling conversation and how Damaris was caught in 4K saying she didn't like Kendrick's voice. I spoke to the fact that maybe a few years ago I may have said something like that if I was asked.
See, so that was what I was saying, right? So she was like, this space wasn't even started to be this, right? It wasn't even started to be like this, but it ended up turning into a Rory just bash session. So let's do another one.
yeah, you was
One
caught in
second.
4K deleting them tweets. Talk about that.
Yo,
Why were you hiding them?
yeah.
I
You
got a
After
you
quick
Kate
realize
question
Blue
for
after
Weave and
Rory.
Kate
Blue
be
Ivy are
going,
not
Why
the
yo,
were
same.
you hiding them
No,
tweets?
I think we need to turn the entire thing on you. You know, Blue Weave is
Why
not Blue
were you
Ivy.
hiding them tweets? You not turning shit up
Do
on
you
me.
know that
Why
Blue
were you
Weave is
hiding
not
them
I'ma
Blue
mute
tweets?
up.
Ivy?
Answer that.
We
Why were you
everything you said
hiding
about
them?
me, we should go to
Why
you.
were you hiding them tweets? Why were you hiding your tweets?
Hide what tweet?
Oh, now you don't know. Rocky, I sent
Hey,
you. I sent
hey,
you. I
yo,
sent you
dog, I got a
the
question for you right.
So they said that so does he a guy, which pretty much happens all the time, right? As soon as you get caught or some tweets start surfacing, then you start, deleting them. We're like, oh crap, man, let me click on it, delete it. But again, tweets are forever, bro, because people gonna screenshot it.
Right
It's
quick,
literally
Rory.
right
One
there. You
second.
were
You
hiding
know,
them.
Let
Blue
Kate.
Weave is not Blue Ivy. That's racist as fuck.
Rory. Please either get off this spaces or like this shit is like at this point it's not
Hold on,
Yo,
hold
like
on,
at
hold
this
on,
point
hold
this is
on.
nah,
insane.
Let
nah, hold
Kate
You
finish.
gonna
on.
turn the what?
I got
You
it.
can
ain't
I
I
ask
got.
gonna
my
Can
turn
I
it.
ask
I
my
question?
wish you
question?
would. Go
Can
ahead.
I
You
ask
ain't
my
never gonna
What's
question
turn
right
it.
going
quick?
up?
Get the fuck out of here.
Can I
Rocky,
ask
Nah,
my
one
my
question
second.
right
my
quick?
raise
One
my
Hold on, I'm
second.
hand.
gonna let you talk. But Beyonce had the best music video of all time.
And
Listen,
there go that random person, bro. But you can hear that lady was literally yelling, bro. She was literally yelling. And again, this is on Twitter space. Multiple people on their phones. Lady was literally yelling. You could see she was upset, bro. And Rory just kept trying to troll his way through it, and nothing was working. People started literally yelling and barking on him. It was crazy.
Rory, would you tweet any of these tweets today?
Which ones?
Any of them?
I said
The ones
before.
that everybody's offended by.
Uh, one or two I've said I've joked about on the podcast already. I've definitely talked about the Beyonce thing on the podcast
See
before.
how he fucked it up?
But
Okay,
she's
what
asking you
about
today, Rory,
Yeah,
today, not
man.
would
7 years
you
ago,
tweet any of this
today.
stuff
Rory.
today?
Yes,
Rory,
he
you gotta
will.
have better answers. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Like, come on, man. Like,
Allow
cause
Rory to answer how he needs to answer.
I
All we want
if
is
this
him
is
to be
how he gonna
authentic and
answer,
so
cause listen, people clipping it up. I'm not clipping it up
listen,
tonight.
listen,
So
hey.
Let me land, please.
Let
Y'all got
Gina
me
and
talking
Rory have
like
the
Clubhouse.
conversation.
So again, they kept trying to throw him bail, especially Damaris. Continue to try to throw him bail. He missed every single layup, bro. They literally threw it up for him, bro. Every oop this man missed. Every single one.
Fake retweets in this, but I'm not about to just apologize for a tweet that I didn't actually do, as far as saying black women are roaches or I find black women unattractive. I'm not apologizing for that because I never said that at all. So that's
I
where I'm
got a
at
I
with it.
get that,
question
Rory,
for
but
you.
Like that,
there are
like
things
that.
that
Hold
but
on.
That's like I'm not
okay, but
apologizing for
Rory,
shit I
Rory,
never said or
as your
did.
friend and your
Because to me, that's
co-host, as your
funny.
friend and your co-host, okay, we understand the things that you didn't say. If you're going to apologize, okay, if you're going to apologize for the shit that you did say. If you're not going to apologize, then don't apologize. But like they're walking around in
No,
circles and shit is
okay, all right. I've
Cause
made the
it's
hood
time to
rat.
pack
I've
this
made the
shit
hood
up.
rat Beyonce
Yo,
joke
I
on the
got.
podcast. Canceled the podcast. Then I've made that
okay.
joke
See, then
before.
get off.
I
Now you
You
just
see,
get
you
off
being
spaces. Get
I
off
you
just
being
spaces.
a
got a
troll. Like
straightforward
you being
question.
a
Bro, it was just, man, it was bad, bro. I've never seen such a terrible way to try. Like, again, he shouldn't even went into space in the first place. He should not have went into the space in the first place. But Damaris tried to throw him so much bail. She came into the space, tried to save him. And this man, Man, it was just the fact, like, not only did he go into space, he stayed in there for like 3.5 hours. I just don't understand. Like, if you didn't come there willing to apologize for what happened, then why did you come in there in the first place? Like, I just don't understand why he thought he would come in there and everybody be like all kikiing with him. There were some people that tried to like, oh, we ain't canceling Rory. Like, it's all right, man. We not tripping off them old tweets, and then everybody else start calling them coons. Everybody else start calling them cool. And like, oh, why you trying to say it? Feel like so it got super bad, bro. All right, now we got some more. These were the main ones. These were the first ones that I saw before I decided to go and listen to the entire Twitter space myself. These were the ones that really got people like, oh my goodness.
Fucking Neanderthal black people in this bitch, nigga. Them is microaggressions, my good brother.
No, I
You
fully
know what this
understand
shit is, bro.
straight
Stop
Creole
playing with
and the
people.
entire thing.
You sitting here playing with people, bro, and that's what's pissing me off, bro.
How am I playing with
I
people?
don't even get like this, bro, but you playing in
How
niggas'
am I
face,
playing?
bro. With all this
I
smart shit
respect
you
everything
saying,
you're
bro, I
saying,
already said,
and
bro,
I
I
do
already
agree. So
said I'm not
I'm
going
really
back
asking.
over it, nigga. The people in the comments that's throwing up the hundreds, they heard what the fuck you said. I ain't about to repeat shit, nigga. I said what I said already, and you know what you said. I ain't about to go
Which is
back
what?
over the shit, nigga. That's it. Hey, Rory, that's it, bro. You apologize. Now move on. Let's move on
Well, no,
to another topic or something.
I can
Or if
apologize and we
somebody
have a
else,
conversation,
no, I don't want to have a conversation with you, Rory.
which is fine.
Okay,
You
You
don't
but
can
have to have
say
one with
that
me.
for other
That's
niggas,
fine.
bro.
I'm not
I ain't come
asking
here
that you
to,
need to have a
bro,
conversation with me,
Rory.
you
I ain't come here to have a
apologize and we'll
conversation
move
with
on.
you. I came here to bark on you, and then
which is
you can
fine.
shut the
You a
fuck up,
bark.
and then you can move
That's
the
why
fuck
I'm here.
on, bro.
That man said, I did not come here to have a conversation with you. I came here to bark on you and then you shut the F up. So again, there were some people who literally came in here with an agenda, bro. They came into their Twitter space with an agenda. They like, I don't care what you talking about, Rory. I'm about to just get my shit off, and then you gonna listen and then shut up. Like, it's crazy.
Fuck is you
I'm
talking about?
Okay, we
no,
got Jamie.
I'm saying I'm
Simple,
the one
nigga.
that's saying here
Simple.
to
Hey,
address
simple.
everything.
Next
I'm not running
comment.
from anything.
Next person can talk.
Jamie, you up next.
Thanks,
Thanks, bro.
y'all. First I would like to say
So that was that one, bro. Next one.
black
Hold on.
people on this
Rory,
call is not
Rory's,
gonna go
Rory's going to do
anywhere
what he
hold on.
chooses to do.
Hold on.
What's up, boo?
Hold on. What did Rory apologize for?
He apologized for some of the tweets that he would not retweet or post or say today in 2025.
Man, get the fuck out of here.
How I tell you to come on and get him
Lord
off,
have
and you make
Yo,
it
mercy.
man, get
worse?
the fuck
Jesus
out
fucking
of here with
Christ!
this shit. Yo,
Who
Rory.
hiring?
Hey, yo, Rory, go to
Who is
sleep, bro.
hiring?
Go to sleep. Yo, Rory, go to bed, man. Go to bed.
Man, take his dick
I
out
know
your
you
mouth,
ain't in here.
nigga.
I know you ain't
Take
in
his
here
dick out your
apologizing
mouth.
for no
How
shit
about that?
like
Man.
that.
Because you got some weird ass tweets that we can bring
Right.
up
This
too.
nigga got
Weird
weird ass
ass,
tweets too. I
pedophile
know.
ass nigga. We
I
can
know
get
he
your
ain't
ass. We can
talking.
get down on your ass
You
tomorrow.
could get
That's
down
why
on
you
who
block
is
me.
that? Who
Which is funny because he does have some weird, he has a lot of Ball has a lot of R. Kelly tweets. He has a lot of R. Kelly tweets. One thing in particular that people used to get on was when he said he was talking about if a girl was trying to do something to you, do something sexual to you, and you pull your pants up, and you ain't trying to do nothing, then then you're gay. And people were like, nah, bro, that ain't it. So that's what certified boogeyman. It's funny because at this point there were basically a whole bunch of Kendrick K Dot fans or like in the community or like got popular off of mainly talking about Kendrick and going after the Drake fans. They all got into Twitter space around that time. So Certified Boogeyman is a main one. Dog Ninja, who you see there, is another one, and Whooping Feet. Those are like I would say those are like the top three off the top of my head of like people that got popular during that whole beef. So they all ended up getting into space. Deleted ended up getting into spaces too. Shout out to the deleted villain. He got into space and Roy actually addressed him too. He was like that weirdo deleted is in here. Deleted gonna cook him. He already made a preview for the video he gonna do. He gonna cook the hell out of Roy, bro. It's about to be terrible.
Silly
is
ass
that?
nigga.
Who is that?
Right. Who is that? Yeah. A
Who
nigga you
is
got
that?
blocked.
Who
Pussy.
is that?
Right.
We
Fuck
know
on.
you
Both of
got
y'all
weird
clowns get
tweets.
off the space, nigga.
We know you got weird.
Both of you niggas clowns, nigga.
Yo,
Hey,
that's the
Clowned out
y'all
dick
same
niggas,
suckers,
laugh.
nigga.
hey.
Clowned out dick suckers.
Bro, y'all are
He's
crazy.
cornball. Hey, yo, Rory, man,
Yeah,
just
get
go
your
to sleep,
goofy
man.
ass off
You
here,
in here with
boy.
some cornballs, man. Just
Yeah,
go to
get your
sleep, Rory.
goofy ass off here, boy. Clown.
Oh, that's a tough guy right there.
Yeah,
Gangster.
right. No, I ain't tough, nigga. Stand in
Gangster.
that. Stand in that.
Hey Mo,
Gangster.
if y'all
Just
not
stand in
get
that.
off of
Gangster. These
Just
niggas is
stand in that, brother.
gangsters. These niggas is
I don't get tough
gangsters.
until niggas get flight itineraries.
Oh boy. Spell itinerary, nigga.
Hey, next question, brother.
I mean, that was funny, and all the Drake fans they had a good laugh at that. They had a good laugh. They're like, spill itinerary.
Spell
Fuck is you talking
itinerary, nigga.
about? Yeah, spill the foul, goofball.
Yeah.
Silly ass. Yeah, if niggas
Look
start
at this
pulling up
nigga.
your tweets,
Hey,
shit'll
Roy,
get real
pull up my
dark in this
tweets.
bitch,
Pull them
goofball.
up.
Yeah,
Get
get your
dark
goofy
where?
ass out of here, goofball.
Pull up my tweets. Where?
Hey,
Goofball.
Rocky,
This
who
guy
got the
know
next question?
he know
Stop.
who he talking to. I
Get
don't care
these
about no
suckers off the
tweets,
mic,
nigga.
nigga.
I'm trying to figure out why Roy
These niggas is
apologizing for
suckers, bro.
tweets.
we
Damn,
got
these
Think I
niggas
care about
suckers, bro.
Dark
tweets? Nigga, y'all
Ninja.
niggas
I
is
took
crazy on
You
this internet.
niggas is suckers,
Hey
bro. I
Rocky,
know
hey
y'all don't
Rocky,
care about that
hey
shit,
Rocky,
nigga.
hey Rocky.
You
yo,
You
niggas talk
galvanize
shit. You
these
niggas talk
cornballs
crazy
in here.
about black women. Y'all
hold on,
backbite. You
hold on,
niggas is
hold on,
clowns, bro. Y'all beta males,
Beta
bro.
males.
hold on.
You
Hey
niggas ain't
Mo,
real men, folk. You niggas is beta
Yo,
males,
Rocky, what's
folk.
up, Rocky? You
Fuck is
good?
y'all talking about? That's why
Beta
you niggas.
boy.
That's why when I get in these spaces and I be barking on you niggas, you niggas be sitting there piping down, nigga. Like fuck
hold
is
on.
you
Yo,
I'm
talking
trying to
about,
mute
bro?
yo,
my
who
mic.
is
Nigga
that?
got me
Hold
blocked.
on,
Who
hold
is
on, hold
that?
on.
Nigga got me blocked because I be
know.
belting his goofy ass,
Who
bro.
is that?
You a
I'm
I'm
goofy.
trying to mute the goddamn room. Hey Mo, let me tell you something. I was in here talking.
Man, so it got bad, bro. It was a couple of people in particular. Certified Boogeyman was one of them, but man, they got in there and got crazy, bro. Like I didn't think it would be that serious. I didn't think it would be that serious, but they were literally yelling and threatening Rory and Maul, bro. It got that bad. It even got to a point, and I don't know why anybody ain't having any clips on her. Damaris ended up getting into it with somebody, and we're gonna talk about that literally right now. So as this space was going on and as people were getting on Damaris, because again, she is the root of how this stuff even started. It wasn't even about Rory at first. That's a crazy thing. It wasn't even about Rory. It was really about Damaris. People were mad at her. So as this continued to go on before people started shifting the majority of their energy towards Rory, Damaris claims that she was getting doxxed by somebody. Now, again, it's easy to dox somebody. I don't doubt that somebody probably tried. Somebody probably got that upset that they decided to dox her, right? So she claims she got doxed. While she was in the space, this particular space, someone came into the Twitter space and questioned her about that. They said, "Hey, Damaris, who was trying to dox you?" And she was like, "All right, yeah, I tweeted that I'm getting doxxed, that somebody doxed me, but I'm not going to reveal their name." And then the lady pushed back and she was like, "No, you need to tell us their name so we can know, so we can point them out for being goofies." And she was like, "No, I'm not gonna put any attention on it." They were like, "No, but you tweeting that you got doxxed is putting attention to it." So they were going back and forth. All of a sudden, Damaris starts turning up. And she started calling the girl all types of bees. And then they started yelling back and forth. Damaris started calling the girl a goofy bee. Like she started turning up too. And I'm like, geez, everybody is mad at each other, bro. Like, I don't know how just an opinion about Kendrick can get to this point where like the entire black community on Twitter is going after 3 people. Like, wow. So it got really, really confusing and really, really bad. So fast forward to today, right? Fast forward to today. Of course, there wouldn't be a pod. Are these buttons actually, oh, they're actually up here. It wouldn't be an accurate pod if on your pod day, Rory and Maul and Damaris don't address the Twitter space from the other day, right? So they did. So let's listen to it, see what they had to say.
Listen, man, I went into Twitter Spaces against all my friends.
You like that shit?
You think I'm a glutton for punishment?
Yes. I think you're a glutton for punishment. I think you're a glutton for attention. I think you're a glutton for
For
bullshit.
attention?
Which I would have to agree at this point, because there's no way you stay in the Twitter space for 3.5 hours letting people just bark on you. Did you hear Did you hear Certified Boogeyman? Like, I want to reemphasize. Did y'all hear him? Like, that was wild how people were just yelling at him and yelling at Maul. And then even Damaris getting into it, man. It was wow.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
It's not clout chasing. I don't want it to
bullshit.
seem clout chasing. It's not that. But you do like when there's bullshit happening and your name is in it. Like you dive right into that shit. Like you like abuse.
I think it's
You like
more
abuse?
so to address things, but I did.
You like to seem like a martyr.
I wouldn't go that far. A martyr is a little.
You want to seem like a martyr for the culture. I'll take this one on the chin, fellas. Don't worry about it.
This is not one that I want to take on the chin whatsoever. But yes, I did go into Twitter Spaces. I don't think my intentions came off the correct way because I was in there to get my talking to.
Why?
But when I woke up this morning and listened back to some of it, I sounded very, very dismissive in the beginning.
As you should have been.
No, because there were some people.
I would disagree. I would go even further. He sounded dismissive during the entire time he was in there because there were literally points, like I said, he came in there on some bullshit. He came in there trolling. As people started asking him legit questions, and then we're getting to the point where people were threatening him, he started more and more like antagonizing the people and not taking their concerns seriously. And it was literally a back and forth. Yeah, he did apologize a couple of times, but the one thing that he did stand on and double down on, he was like, I did not say at any point that I don't like black women. And Rory is on record. First of all, he's a Kappa. People pointed that out. He's a Kappa. So you know how the black community generally feels about white men, white males being in black fraternity. So he's a Kappa. And people started like, hey man, like who your big bros? Like they should be running down on you because of how you have behaved. So people started pointing it out. But two, he has dated nothing but black women, according to him. He has dated nothing but black women. So actually his baby mama is black. His baby mama is black. So again, I don't doubt that Rory feels, the way that he feels. I don't think that he generally doesn't like black women. I mean, clearly he does. But again, when you're tweeting like that, no matter how, what people know about you, the people who know you, the people know about, know of you and know little things about you, it's still insensitive. It's still hurtful to people. It's still hurtful. Whether you tweeted it yourself, whether it was a fake retweet, because that was legit a thing back then before reposts became a thing, before they switched it up, it's still insensitive. And again, people start seeing those tweets, they pulled them up and they just start seeing red. And they just started coming at him relentlessly. And he went into a Twitter space where people can now not only get their tweets off, but they can get their talking points off and literally speak to you about this. And in no point, again, very, very small points during this whole Twitter space, very, very small points that he started taking it seriously. But I think the majority of the time he was in there, he wasn't taking it seriously because he was like, what the fuck are y'all doing? He was as unserious as Maul was. Maul wasn't in there serious at all. Not at any point. Damaris was trying to save Rory the entire time. It didn't work because he kept just going back to trolling. So he was like, yeah, I came off as sensitive. Sometimes, no, you came off as sensitive during the entire time that you were in there, bro. So I don't know, man. Saying that's not a real life show and should always be addressed as such. Yeah, I mean, overall, again, everybody says that, but again, there's a point where we all live on the internet, bro. So at what point does the internet not, become real? If we all living on the internet the majority of the time, then what's truly real and what's not? People still say that, but it's only going to get more and more, real being online, chronic, especially the people being chronically online. So I don't like continuously saying it or trying to fall back on the internet is not a real place. Yeah, we do have a lot of AI now, which again, I'm trying to learn to, not try to, go at or fall into the bait of people or at this point, bots that are trying to rile me up. But again, in this case, you're talking about real people who you see. You have influencers here who you see, and when you get in Twitter spaces, you actually got to speak to said influencer and express your real concerns over things that were hurtful to you. Again, I'm not trying to dismiss anybody's feelings. Me personally, I don't feel like a lot of these things should be that serious, especially if you don't know the person. And if at the end of the day, they're not controlling your day to day life, because my mindset is if you truly don't like something that somebody does and you have the ability to cut it off, then do it. Block the person, block the words, block any mention of the person. There are tools available to you to get people out of here so that you never see them again. But unfortunately, a lot of people thrive off of negativity. So they are going to continue to look for the people and things that they do not like. It's an unfortunate psychological behavior, but that is how the majority of the world works. That is the majority of how humans operate. It is sad. I mean, technically, I mean, I guess you could say I'm doing it, but mainly it's for content. But I do find itself entertaining at some point just to see like the psychological effects of the people who are like truly hurt or feel like they're hurt in these situations. But again, I cannot, what up, Dart? I cannot just fully say or continue to say that, hey, the internet is not a real place. I get what you're saying. And yeah, that is true. But at one point, which I feel like we're already past that point, in my opinion. But at what point can you just stop saying that? Because like we all on the internet, we're all living in this space. So at some point, yeah, the internet is real. It is a real place. Yeah, people say go outside and touch the grass, and again, that's going to be your true face to face interaction is going to be off of the internet. But still, the internet is a real place because you have people literally growing up in the internet era. This is all that they know. It's not like me, where there was a point where there was no internet, and then we grew up literally molding the internet that we know today. But that's not the same experience as like my kids who are growing up with the internet. The Gen Zers that are growing up again with the internet already there in their hands. So it's real to them. It's more real to them than it is to me. Right? It's more real to them than it is to me. So it's crazy. Dart, just to catch up, we were talking about the whole situation with Roy and Maul and Damaris and how people initially got mad at Damaris for having, seemingly negative thoughts or negative opinions about Kendrick. And then this moved to people pulling up Rory, this guy right here, pulling up his old tweets that were very anti-black. And then they started barking on him in a Twitter space for like 3.5 hours until he eventually left. So now, on the latest podcast today, he is seemingly, talking about the situation and how he felt about it. So let's continue because this clip is pretty long.
In there, because I was on the side of like, everybody knows, the people that know me know who I am and know what it is.
Which is why you shouldn't be talking about it.
But there were people in there that don't know me and were actually searching for an actual response or reply.
And nothing, I was, man. I'm not saying, we got to stop saying that.
Can I finish, please?
They weren't searching for shit. They were searching for attention. They were searching to go back and forth with you so they can clip it and put it on their YouTube channels. That's all they were searching for. Nobody was searching for answers. Nobody was hurt. Nobody's children didn't eat last night as a result of tweets that you tweeted, fake tweets 12 years ago. So it's not that serious.
I agree with you that there was definitely people in there with just that intention, but there were some people that were generally just looking for an answer. And I apologize for being dismissive to those people in particular that were just looking for an answer to what some of those tweets and fake retweets and all that was. So I do apologize because I did come off dismissive to some people that did not deserve that were just saw something out of context and was like, yo, what's up with this? And I was a little condescending and dismissive in the beginning. About 20, 30 minutes in, I started to realize, oh shit, all right, we're not doing the joke shit anymore. And at that point, everyone was texting me, get the fuck out of the spaces. And I felt like it was too late then. I got to just stay here because if I run, it's even worse. But I handled that spaces very poorly. I will say that. You are correct about the spaces.
Okay.
I'm saying me personally, after I listened to the space, I felt bad of how I handled being dismissive in the beginning. That's all. So I want to apologize for that.
Why were you being dismissive?
Because when it started, there was, I know people don't understand the term fake retweet, but at a time on Twitter, people they would type out retweet someone's at to make it look like they said something when you were battling back and forth on Twitter.
I was there.
So when that was popped up, yes, I was laughing about it. And I was dismissive. And then, people have every right to feel away with or without context. Like I'm not here to argue that. I'm just here to say I handled the spaces poorly. That's all.
I guess it's just like again, I'm gonna just keep going to the age difference between you and me.
I can empathize with somebody looking at my white face in this space for so long, having opinions, and then seeing those tweets and being like, yo, what the fuck? I can see the outrage with it. I'm not here saying like, yo, what's like, why are y'all so mad? I'm not here to say that. But I mean, the one they're the most outraged about was not in the context that they're making it seem. But with that said, I understand why everyone's outraged. Yesterday, I just was in a different mind state and I was being a fucking dick. Because I thought it was laughable for somebody to call me a raging racist. But this morning,
I did too.
But this morning, with a different lens and a good night's sleep, yeah, I sounded like a fucking asshole. So, I apologize for that.
You here to apologize to all the victims?
I'm not. See, don't put words in my mouth.
Are you here to apologize to everyone that was offended and was hurt?
Sure. If somebody was offended by that, I do apologize.
All right. I mean, this is that's.
I still don't, man. It's still tough for me to grasp the whole. If someone was offended or if I made you feel this way, I apologize. You don't need to say if. Just say I apologize. I don't like the whole saying if I did this, if I truly did this, and I apologize, because you're essentially still not really apologizing. You're like kind of deflecting the blame. But
so, how you feel, and cool.
But I mean,
I'm just saying, can you do me a favor from now on?
Don't go in spaces.
Exactly.
Listen, man.
Just that simple.
He's still going to
spaces. And that wasn't even your spaces to go in.
That's true.
Like you just walk in. You just walk in the dumb shit. Like how you just bump your head on bullshit all the time.
And throughout the entire thing, I was just making it worse. Like I didn't go in there and make anything better. Yeah, I just continued. Anytime it even got like to an okay place, I made it 10 times worse.
I'm all for spaces when it's like a group of people that's having like a real conversation about some real shit. And, it's like, okay, cool. This is a cool. But you could just tell when there's people in the room that just want to have a moment. It's like, I'm not talking to you, fam. I'm not, who is this?
Please. Sorry.
Who is this?
He's still going, bro.
This?
Certified
Show me your
boogeyman
bed,
barked on
nigga.
him.
I want to see your bed before you talk to me. Don't talk to me until I see your sheets. Don't talk to me until I see your bathroom.
I felt like when Maul be like, yo, just like get off the phone. That's what I just got off the phone and like went to the club and I was like, yo, none of these niggas would ever be in here. Like,
that's not a real thing.
It's not real. The internet is not real.
It's like, what are we talking about? Like that shit is not. Now, in the same vein, I will say I've met some really cool people
for sure
via social media over the years that I, salute to them, and some of us are like really close friends and have great relationships to this day. So you do align with certain people that, you end up having a lot in common with, and they understand you and things like that. So shout out to them. I'm never speaking to them. I appreciate those people. But the people that is just looking for a moment and just looking for something to be mad about and something to be offended about. I don't have time to talk to those people. Those are the.
Now there are those people. I will 100% agree with that. There are a lot of miserable people. And I think it was a person in the same Twitter space. Yeah, it was actually a person in the same Twitter space. It was a lady who actually admitted that she used to bark on people on social media. And she said, yeah, when I used to do that at the time and I used to get blocked and all of that, and I used to get banned, suspended for a little bit, that I was miserable. I was in a miserable spot. And I'm like, I feel like a lot of people are actually in a miserable spot. A lot of people who continue to be negative and talk about anybody constantly, I think those people are all coming from a really negative space in their own personal lives. And this is the unfortunate way that they choose to let that energy and that anger, that pain, that sadness out, is they do it on social media and they do it to other people, whether it's a celebrity, a random person. I think that a lot of those people are actually sad. They're sad, they're depressed, they have something negative going on in their lives that they're just like, hey, I don't know what to do. They probably most likely have not gotten therapy. They probably don't talk about this stuff to anybody, or if they do talk about this stuff to anybody, they're probably not taking it serious or cannot provide the correct help that they need. And this is unfortunately an outlet for them. So it's pretty sad.
Same people that feel like the white man got their foot on their neck. I ain't got time for that. I don't want to talk to those people.
And I understand you feeling that way, but you also have to look at the other side of my whiteface. Yes, people can be outraged if I make, and no pun intended, off-colored joke. Like, that's fine. They can be upset. I get it. I just went.
Yeah, they
and
can. It's a choice. Yeah. It's a choice to be upset about that.
And I mean, I apologize if you are. And
listen, I can never be mad at you for being, you know, a
racist.
Nice guy. Well, that too. If you're a racist, I can't listen. That's your prerogative. But I mean, yeah, like
that's your personal business.
That's your business. If you racist, that's your. It doesn't affect me at all. But I don't know, man. I just, you know, people are just. We got to get past certain things. Like certain things that continue to be conversations to me is just like, it's almost like clockwork. You can almost tell, like you can tell when a girl about to ask you for some money. Like never talk to a girl from the 21st of the month to the 2nd.
She say, yo, I'm stressed out.
She gonna start huffing and puffing. After 2 huffs, hang up. Because the 3rd huff, she gonna be like, yo, she need something that's gonna cost you. You know, talk to women from the.
All right. So anyway, so you get the gist on that, right? Okay. So that was that. Do I feel like Rory learned from this situation? I'm going to say no. I think that this is just Rory's personality. I think he just likes to joke. He just likes to troll. And I honestly don't think he learned much of anything from this, because at the end of the day, he is still standing on the possible fact, because again, I don't think that we can fully fact check whether, you know, the main tweets that people were mad at were fake RTs or not. But in any case, he's still standing on the fact that, like, hey, why are y'all mad at these old tweets from 12 years ago? Which again, I understand, because again, it's from 12 years ago. But people always have pushback. They're saying, hey, you were 20 something back then. So, you know, once you say your age, like, hey, 12 years ago, you were 20 something, you weren't a kid. Because, you know, those are the main thing that people fall back on. You were a kid. You were just ignorant at the time. You didn't understand. So, you know, the typical points of someone who gets caught and gets in trouble. And they're like, hey, I was in a different space back then. I just didn't understand. Now I'm listening and learning. So, so people weren't letting them try to get that off. But I don't think that Rory is truly understanding of the fact that, like, hey, like, if y'all were upset and I'm sorry about it, he still continues to say, like, if y'all were upset, then I'm sorry, but other than that, I'm not apologizing, because y'all shouldn't be mad at this shit. So again, it's just people just don't know how to apologize. There are a lot of people, especially celebrity, man, they just don't know how to apologize. They just don't know how to apologize. So before this, I actually missed something. So before they even had this podcast, after the whole Twitter space thing happened, Damaris deleted her Twitter, or deactivated her Twitter. So Damaris was like, I'm tired of this. I don't know. So I don't even think she addressed it on this pod, because I ain't listened to through the whole thing yet. But she deactivated her Twitter. So she was done. She's like, I ain't trying to hear none of that stuff you were saying anymore. But so this was her. So this was Damaris's account. She deleted it or deactivated it. So she'll probably try to come back whenever the coast is clear, or she feel like the coast is clear, because that's how fickle the internet truly is. You know, once the heat died down, then we hop on something else, find something else to cancel, then people will come back and be like, hey, what did I miss or whatever. So sometimes people ain't gonna let you let up like our current president. Like, could go be on his ass forever. But in other cases, especially when it comes to entertainment, people will just forget about it and move on. So she deleted her or deactivated her Twitter. Then today, Rory decided to deactivate his. So I'm like, man, crazy, bro. Literally just running away, bro. Running away from the situation. They can't handle it, bro. What up, Vlog? I'm gonna say Yapper City. They can't handle it, dog. So they just run. So that's 2 out of 3. I know Mo ain't never gonna deactivate his Twitter, but Rory and Damaris did. So, you know, hopefully they get some peace, because I'm sure that both of their notifications were going crazy. Their DMs are probably going crazy. So, I mean, I get it. I get wanting to or needing to deactivate after getting so much heat, but it's just funny that after both of y'all get you know, essentially exposed and have to deal with the consequences of your action, they both of y'all run away. So that's where we're at now, chat. That is where we're at now. So that was a lot, but during these whole 3-4 days, it was a lot that happened. So we're here now. All right, I am done. I'm done yapping. I'm done yapping.